Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Wendy Chen. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in today's show, Tzu Chi volunteers are once again visiting those injured in the recent bus accident in Hsinchu's Mackay Memorial Hospital. In China, Tzu Chi volunteers go door to door to inform the residents in Sutian City, Jiangsu province, of the coming winter aid distributions. And in our feature report on Taiwan's bathing trades, we meet a Buddha statue craftsman, Wang Siji, who has 3 decades of experience. First up, we get an update on the bus accident in Hsinchu's Jiansi Township on December 9th, which have killed 13 and injured another 10. Some of the injured victims are currently receiving treatment at the Mackay Memorial Hospital in Hsinchu. Tzu Chi volunteers brought consolation cash and good luck ornaments to visit both the victims and their families.
Thinking back to the day of the accident, Wang Shuzhen becomes full of anxiety. She also remembers the words of her grandson before the accident.
Those chickens are stuffed in cages, and seeing them, my grandson said, "Grandma, look at those poor chickens. If you didn't buy and eat them, they wouldn't have to die."
The accident in Hsinchu gave her the opportunity to meet Tzu Chi. Coming closer to Tzu Chi, we hope will speed up her healing process.
This is a blessing from Tzu Chi volunteers around the world to help you overcome your fears, and a prayer that you find peace in your heart.
The suddenness of the accident left many families distraught as they struggled to get a grip on the situation. Volunteers went room to room bringing consolation cash, good luck charms, as well as warm words of encouragement as they worked to reduce the anxiety the victims and their families were feeling.
Next, in the Philippines, Tzu Chi volunteers held their 199th dental clinic on December 5th in Barangay Santo Domingo of Quezon City, where residents young and old seized the opportunity to receive their checkups. The dental clinic helped a total of 84 patients resolve their prolonged dental problems.
The next husband earns a minimum wage as a cleaner to make their ends meet. The next is also a street trader, but unfortunately, a toothache has been troubling her for some time.
If your tooth is aching, it's difficult to focus on your job. Just like my son, who can't go to school because he has a severe toothache. I can't do my job, and it affects everything I do.
Whether it is tooth extraction, dental filling, or scaling, they have it all here at Tzu Chi's free dental clinic in Barangay Santo Domingo, Quezon City.
This is a huge help to those of us who can't afford to have a surgery in a private clinic. Now that my tooth is fixed, I feel confident again.
After learning that Tzu Chi is raising construction funds for an ophthalmology center, the patients were willing to contribute their share.
I donated money because I feel grateful. I know it will help people in the same situation as me. If I have plastic bottles, I will donate it to Tzu Chi as well.
This 199th dental clinic helped a total of 84 patients, and the money which the patients donated will help those in greater need.
In Taiwan, over the past 9 years, the Department of Labor, Taipei City Government, and Tima Medical Team have been working together to hold regular health checkups for foreign workers. At the end of this year, the health checkup was once again held in the lobby of Taipei Main Station, where the Tima medical staff provided various medical services.
In Taipei Main Station, people are bustling around, where a sudden burst of music attracts people's attention. It turns out to signal the start of a health check for foreign workers in Taiwan. The Tima medical team continues to provide various medical services to care for our friends from abroad.
Tzu Chi's care for these friends from abroad is very impressive. The way Tzu Chi cares for them demonstrates their humanitarian care, which goes beyond boundaries.
Actually, these foreign workers also need our care. They normally work as caregivers, looking after stroke patients or paralyzed patients. While today they have become the recipients of our medical treatment. It's good for them.
Such health checkups for foreign workers have been going on for many years. This year, the site was moved indoors so that no one has to put up with the cold in order to undergo the health check.
We are happy to land the lobby of Taipei Main Station for health checkups again, and we hope such meaningful events will continue.
We hope that as soon as foreign workers are diagnosed with any illness, they can receive immediate treatment. Once they have a healthy body, they can provide better services to their employers in Taiwan.
At this event, Tima doctors treat these foreign workers like friends. Although the winter is cold, these foreign friends can still feel the warmth of the Taiwanese people.
Also caring for those suffering from illness are Tzu Chi volunteers and Tima medical staff in Taichung's Fongyuan district who visited to care recipients with wounds in their legs unable to recover due to long-term illness. Moved by Tzu Chi's love, the two vows to pay the love forward one day.
Care recipient Adun suffers from psoriasis, and because of the irritation on the skin, Adun scratches at his skin so much that it has caused the skin to peel on both of his legs.
Your skin is very sensitive, so even with the change in weather, it will be affected.
Apart from his skin condition, Adun also suffers from diabetes and high blood pressure, and he often takes many different types of medication all at once. When the doctor learned of this, he immediately corrected his ways.
Mixing 6 or more types of medication together can have negative side effects on your body.
Each time the Tima doctors visit, they always display care and thoughtfulness, and because of this, Adun decided to put his gratitude into action by becoming a Tzu Chi member. Bringing the same love and care, Tzu Chi volunteers arrived at the care recipient Aun's home. Because of his poor blood circulation, the wound on his leg cannot heal properly.
I sincerely recommend that you look after your leg and show me your determination so that I know that you are able to take care of your leg, so you will still have the chance to carry on with your life.
Determined to walk a good path in life, Aun takes the advice of the doctor to heart and hopes that one day, when he has the means, he can become a person who gives instead of receives.
Moving to China in Suqian City, north of Jiangsu Province, Tzu Chi volunteers have been caring for the poor residents by providing cataract surgery and scholarship supports to needy students. Recently, the volunteers are planning to conduct winter aid distributions in 6 different locations to help over 10,000 families. To inform the residents of the upcoming events, the volunteers visited local community members door to door.
In Jiangsu Province, the elderly of this nursing home in Suqian City are familiar with the NGO. Besides offering cataract surgery for the elderly, Tzu Chi also plans to carry out winter aid distributions. Here, the volunteers visit Grandpa Liu Xingling, who can hardly believe such great news.
We will give you cooking oil, clothes and quilts. We will come back again next month.
93-year-old Grandpa Niu leads an impoverished life, and his son is bedridden as well. Hearing of the good news, the senior wants to stand up to express his gratitude, yet his leg injury doesn't let him do so. In this farming village, most residents are old and ill. 77-year-old Zhang Shousheng's youngest son is just 17 years old. Because the family cannot afford his addiction to go online games, he is grounded at home, and that has caused tension between the father and son. The volunteers also prepare Jingsi aphorisms for the young man, hoping to inspire him to change.
Our heart is like a mirror. As we wipe it clean, we will know what's right, what's wrong, what should do, what shouldn't, right? We should avoid doing things that worry our parents.
In this impoverished township, Tzu Chi volunteers bring not only sufficient supplies, but also invaluable love and care.
After Tzu Chi volunteers in Hebei province held a winter aid distribution in Niugang Township, Yi County, they traveled to Angezhuang Township to continue their charity work. As this is the first time Tzu Chi is holding a distribution here, upon receiving rice, flour, blankets, and other daily necessities, residents were deeply moved and grateful that they don't have to worry about the coming new year. Arriving at Yishui Lake in Angezhuang Township, Yi County, one gets to see the beautiful scenery the area has to offer. Going into winter each year, the township, however, turns barren and desolated. This year, Tzu Chi is holding its winter aid distribution next to a harbor in Yi County. Some volunteers guide the way while others help count the items. Soon the wooden cart is filled with relief supplies. After a long walk, this couple finally arrives home with the supplies to get them through the winter. Inside the house, volunteers and DaAi TV reporters discover a child lying on the bed. The couple's grandchild was born with cerebral palsy, and their daughter left home to work in the city after she got divorced. Despite their hardship, the trio are content with what they have. Traveling to Xingdong Guxian village, where residents live in the mountains. As soon as the sun goes down, the temperature drops to below zero. On the way back, volunteers come across 76-year-old Grandpa Lu, who is pumping water from a well. The grandpa says the 2 buckets of water will last them the whole day. And arriving at home, his partner has set up a fire to boil some water.
I am old now and can't make any money, so I just collect branches. If I have time, I collect these to make a fire in the winter.
Though it is an old house with no water or electricity, the senior couple is content with the fire pits they have at home.
If we use electricity, we will worry that it will cause a fire and burn down our house. With this, it's quite warm and comfortable, and we don't have to worry. It is great.
And the pair is also grateful for the peaceful environment they live in.
Living here is wonderful. We eat and drink, sleep and laugh, and enjoy the fresh air. If I get up early, I won't go back and sleep again and just go for a walk.
Before leaving, the grandpa speaks of his gratitude towards Tzu Chi.
Every day when I eat rice, I will think of you. What we eat will be the rice you give us. You all had to endure the cold and travel a long way to come here. We're like one family. Thank you.
Since 2009, Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers have performing the musical adaptation of the Sutra of Innumerable Meanings. Recently, the volunteers held their last performance at Terengganu. Even though 95% of the local residents are Muslims, the volunteers were still able to encourage nearly 2,000 people to participate.
In Terengganu, Malaysia, 95% of the local residents are Muslims. However, Tzu Chi volunteers decided to hold their last performance of the musical adaptation of the Sutra of Innumerable Meanings here.
We don't have a lot of Chinese in Terengganu. Currently, it is about 2.3%, and it is hard to encourage more than 100 people to come and listen to the Dharma.
This time, the volunteers plan to invite 2,000 people to attend. Upon hearing the news, volunteer Xue Shunyi, who teaches in a school, encouraged his students, parents, and other teachers to join in.
I was very worried because people in Terengganu are very devoted to their religion. I told the parents that this is a Buddhist event, and the parents told me that it's alright.
Since the volunteers had already created good affinity with the local residents, many people decided to attend the event regardless of their religious background.
I'm very moved by the performance. It is deeply imprinted in my heart. We all have the responsibility to serve those in need and help each other.
When I saw the clips showing the endless love given by the volunteers to those in need, it inspired me to help those in need too. This is how we create bonds with others.
Since 2009, Tzu Chi volunteers have been performing the musical adaptation of the Sutra of Innumerable Meanings. Through this period of time, the volunteers faced different obstacles. However, the volunteers said everything has been worth it, as they have touched the hearts of more than 66,000 audience members.
The process of carving a Buddha statue is tedious work, from choosing the right material to detailing the face and features, as well as adding color to the piece. It's often a long and lonely path for these craftsmen who need to have much patience to finish a piece. Today we bring you the story of Wang Siji, who has been crafting Buddha statues for the past 30 years, and the message of enlightenment that he has learned in the time.
Crafting a Buddha statue is tiresome work. If you don't learn the benefits of doing this line of work, then it's hard to continue.
A Buddha sculpture craftsman for 30 years, Wang Shiji says the process of carving the statues is long and lonely. However, producing a beautiful Buddha is the fuel that keeps him going.
It looks like I keep working on the face, but when working on the skin of the Buddha, the skin needs to be smooth, so I need to keep it even.
In just carving the facial expression, it takes 3 hours of repeated strokes. The result is a face that's powerful yet benevolent. Wang started in this line of work when he was 10. During that time, he had become rich financially, but lacked a spiritual richness. So he started reading Diamond Sutra to help.
It's only after going through hardship of my own that I fully understood the meaning behind the sutra. I only have a junior high-level education.
Only after personal hardships did Wang realize that, although his Buddha statues were lively, they were not alive. The statues were missing something.
At the core of it all is presenting the Buddha in a harmonious light. Each Buddha is its own universe. Each universe is harmonious. Wouldn't it be great if our world was at peace like that?
Now, every line, every curve of the Buddha sculpture conveys what Wang has learned in the last 30 years.
If I can carve the hand well, then it will look like a hand that can do good deeds, just like a human hand. If it is doing good deeds, then it is a pretty hand. This is how I feel, and I hope worshippers will take that away when they see my sculptures.
The placement of the feet and the folds of the robes all are infused with Dharma and wisdom. Wang hopes that those who see his works will see more than just the statue right in front of them, but also the spiritual meaning behind each detail.
I only now realize what it is to have a calling in life. It is the ability to do what I'm born to do to the fullest. That's what I'm trying to do now.
Wang is fulfilling his life's destiny by not only carving Buddha sculptures, but also expressing his creativity in wood artwork. In more recent years, he has continued to challenge himself and step by step has continued to grow with each passing day.
In our next report, we stay in Taiwan and go to the area around Taichung to meet Lai Beiyuan. Formerly a successful businessman in the cargo industry, Lai Beiyuan became concerned about the impact his business was having on the environment. Therefore, at the age of 31, he began purchasing land near Daxue Mountain National Forest in Taichung, on which he has personally planted over 280,000 trees over the past 28 years, reforesting 10 mountains. Here's more.
This is Lai Beiyuan, who has already planted 270,000 trees.
On those lands which owners don't want to plant or think they are unable to plant, we pick those to work on.
Lai's favorite terrains are ones like this, that are steep and challenging to access. In addition to the terrain challenges, watering his newly planted trees is also a process for Lai.
All these trees I planted a long time ago.
When young, Lai started a company that eventually made him rich. However, concerned about the environmental pollution, he quit and moved to Dongshi Mountains near Taichung, where he still lives today. Over the past 28 years, he has bought 10 mountains which he is slowly reforesting.
Starting from here and making my way around the entire property takes about 8 months.
This is the first tree planted by Lai. As a sapling, it was only 15 centimeters tall. Now it is already a full-grown tree, 10 meters tall.
Basically, I adhere to 3 principles. These trees can't be cut down, they can't be sold or bought, and they won't be left to my children or grandchildren.
His 2 sons accept and even support their father's principles.
This is nature, it all belongs to nature. All we are doing is helping manage it a bit.
Wearing a pair of old jeans and an old hat, Lai says that he plans on using every penny of his fortune to reforest these lands.
I will keep working until I have no more money to work with.
At first, Lai's wife was against the plan and the couple constantly argued about Lai's decisions.
At first, when I spent 1.3 million on this, she was so unhappy. But now, even if I spend more, she doesn't say anything.
Thanks to Lai's unwavering determination over the past 28 years, the changes to the nearby landscape are obvious for all to see.
I want to do something that will last for generations, something with lasting importance, not just some government job somewhere.
We go to Brisbane, Australia at the end of our program today and join Tzu Chi volunteers as they are holding their last session of the Volunteers Training Seminar this year. The event was focused on sharing each other's experiences and the changes they have made after walking the Tzu Chi path. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.